Okay, you guys, since I ranted and raved so much about the 825 board with the 8-inch Venture lows, I thought it only fair that I try it on Indies. So I originally set up this 825 anti-hero board with 825 144 independence. And it was a bit jarring at first to go to a truck that was so much taller, wider, and heavier, but I got used to it and it felt pretty good. But I just couldn't help shake the feeling that what if it feels better with 8-inch independence? So here's what I found out. My very first impressions were actually pretty good. My flat ground definitely feels better on this, like 360 flips especially. They were just spinning around, feeling really good. Some of that could be due to the board, like this is just a good tray flip setup for me. It's the 825 with the 14 3/8 wheelbase. These Indies have a forged plate, so they're a tiny bit lower and lighter. And yeah, my tray flips were just like actually coming up to my feet a little bit, and they were full 360 pretty much every time. So I don't always get that lucky, and it did feel good. But everything changed when I started trying to crooked grind. I just felt like I could not get on top of the ledge. So last winter, I was riding 8.5 Indies and I could crooked grind this whole ledge pretty easily. It's tall, it's long, and it's hard to get up on top of it. But on the 8.5s, I was just locked right in. Later in the year, I tried it on Venture lows. I could get across the ledge. It wasn't a big deal. Tried it on Thunder 148s. Tried it on Venture 5.6. That's all the stuff I've ridden over the course of spring, summer, winter. And all of those trucks, I felt like I could get up there and stay locked in reasonably well. But as soon as I was on these, I just kept wanting to fall off the ledge. Feeble grinds on flat bars, again, I just kind of felt like I was too high up and it felt tippy and weird. Like, didn't really like it that much. But I thought, well, maybe I'll at least like it in transition. And once again, it just felt tall and unstable. So whenever I would do pivots, a lot of the time it felt like I was actually going into the center of the truck or sliding over to the wrong spot. So it wasn't giving me a lot of confidence to be trying things like pivot fakies because I felt like I could actually get pretty hurt by sliding to the wrong spot. Whereas I find when I have a wider truck, it's easier for me to actually hit that exact spot of the truck. When I have a lower truck, it doesn't matter that it's narrow, but the height, yeah, again, it felt tippy. And there was a lot of other instances where I was skating the bowl and like just doing stuff that I do all the time, but I could feel myself slipping off the coping more often. Like I just felt like I wasn't guaranteed to hit the right spot on my trucks every time. So yeah, my overall conclusion is that there is a point where the truck gets too tall to do this comfortably. And my experience is that this feels tippy and not that good. And if you want my opinion on where that sweet spot is, I would say at 52 millimeter axle height and under, the narrower truck feels really good. Over 52, so this one with the forged plates is 53.5. I didn't even try it with Indy standards, which would be a 55 millimeter axle height. That would have been even more tippy. But yeah, my first impressions of this, I didn't like it that much. I don't want to take the time to get used to it. Sorry to say. But yeah, if you ride Indy 139 with an 825 board and you love it, let me know in the comments. But I think over this last 6 months, I've just been gravitating to lower and lower trucks. I like having the coping feeling closer to my feet on my board. And that's about it. You get the idea. Low trucks, stable. Tall trucks, tippy. I do find though that 8.5 Indies, the 149s, are kind of like the sweet spot. Like I love that truck. It all of a sudden feels super stable. It locks and pinches really well for everything. So I think each truck has its like Goldilocks height and width. Thunders, in my opinion, the 148 is like the total sweet spot for Thunders. Ventures, because they have the low, that truck is its whole own sweet spot. And then I think the 5.6 forged Venture at 52 millimeters height is a really good one. That's why I've been riding it so much. I don't actually like the regular height Venture, but I've never ridden them in 8.5 and up. Anyways, you guys, that's a whole lot of detail, a whole lot of numbers. I know some of you are totally lost in that, and that's fine. Here's the rest of that session that I had with Adriano. It was nothing special, but I think that's what we'll end the video with. And I hope you guys are doing awesome and look forward to making the next one for you. Okay, see ya.
Oh, I learned these yesterday. No, no, no. This.
Woo!
Oh.